Hey guys, what's up? It's Rygar the Destroyer, and today we're going to be taking a look at Spartan Fred from Halo 5. This figure is awesome, but before we take a closer look at him, let's go ahead and take a look at his packaging. It's, the standard Halo 5 packaging, pretty plain on the front, and on the back, it's got the other figures that were released in this wave. We've seen this, already, so let's go ahead and get back to the figure itself. And like I said, this guy is awesome. Let's go ahead and take a size measurement here. He's just under 5.5 inches tall, so he may be a little bit shorter than some of the Spartans, but I think he's still in scale. He does come with two accessories here. The first one is the Magnum. I'm really glad that they're doing the secondary weapon for these guys now. I really appreciate that. And he also comes with the DMR. I really like the sculpt on this DMR, it looks great. The only thing I don't like is the peg is a little bit high on the gun, so it makes it hang down, or I guess it's low on the gun, and it makes it hang down off of the Spartan, kind of weird. I wish it was in a different spot. That may be game accurate, I'm not sure, but I just wish it was more centered in the middle of the gun. Anyway, as far as articulation on this figure goes, it is awesome. This is what every Halo 5 figure should essentially have. He's got a double ball peg in the head, and it is a little bit limited by the chest piece, but not enough to really be a problem. He can look up and down, side to side, everything. So even with the bulky chest piece, he can still move his head. He's got ball hinge shoulders with probably the greatest range of motion out of all of the Halo 5 figures that I currently have. And he has the biggest shoulder pads, so clearly it's not a problem to do, good articulation on these figures in the shoulders. Not that the other ones had a huge problem with the shoulders, but I just think it's impressive that this guy has the biggest shoulder pads and the best range of motion. He's got ball-hinged elbows that do swivel in the bicep and in the forearm, and look at this. He can do better than 90 degrees. Every single one of these Halo 5 figures should be able to do better than 90 degrees. I really like that this figure can actually do that. And he's got a really nice range of motion on his wrists. They swivel in the forearm and in the hand. And then he's got a really nice ab crunch, or I guess it's a double ball peg or a single ball peg in the chest. I think in this case, it just worked out that his armor allows you to do more range of motion. Sometimes, like on Spartan Locke, there's not a whole lot you can do to make that chest piece move better than it did. So, this one's got really nice range of motion, but on some of them I don't think it can be helped. And then finally his hips. So many figures in this wave have had problems with their hips, but this guy doesn't at all. You can kick him forward and back, and they didn't put the knee pad on the top, so you can actually twist his knee without it looking strange. I mean, it looks a little strange, but not as bad as some of the other ones. So you can actually get this guy into some poses. His knees, unlike some of the other ones, can actually bend to a reasonable amount, and they do swivel, of course. His ankles are actually the weakest point on this figure, and again, I just think it's part of the design of the armor. There's not a whole lot you can do when there's a piece in the back like that, and there's not a whole lot of room in the front. So I wish he had the better ankle articulation like the other ones do. I mean, you can move it, but it's just kind of limited. And he also has a ball peg in the toe. So loaded with articulation, all of it but the ankles, works great. I suggest this guy 100%. I think he looks awesome. Just like all of the other ones, he's got great sculpt work, except he can actually move around and pose. So I really, really like that. Anyway, if you have any comments or questions about this figure, please leave them down in the comments section below, and I guess I'll see you later.